Right now, partly cloudy and breezy out there. 39 degrees reported in Frederick, 46 in Fredericksburg, 38 degrees reported at Washington Dulles, and 42 now at Reagan National Airport. There's a lot of things that went into it, which is kind of cool. We were all outside, my brothers and friends, and the biggest storm came up. We didn't have air conditioning; it was just a little box we lived in. And the summertime was brutal, so we all go inside as the storm comes up. There must have been 12 or 13 of us crammed in the house, and it got really out of control. You know, the kids started shoving each other. Everybody was upset, and one thing led to another, and the kids started pushing each other. And I was one of the littler guys. My brothers were all bigger, and I remember my father yelling at the boys, telling them, knock it off, knock it off. And then my mother yelling at my father, saying, oh, leave them alone, they're just all upset. And it just like a little riot broke out. And for a reason I never knew then, and still do not know now, I pushed my way through my older brothers and got out in what a little space was on the floor, and I put my hand up in the air and said, God, let lightning strike this house. And just then it did. Now the rest of the story my mother filled in. Apparently I passed out. And they were worried. They had apparently there was a nice little pandemonium. They got me on the sofa and put ice and, trying to revive them. But that had a little effect on me. And that's what started my interest in weather.
Well, I had wanted to get into television, but I didn't seek that out. It's those that worked in TV came up to me when I was working in Prince George's County as a uniformed police officer in the Public Information Office. And I was on TV and radio. In fact, that's when I was first on WTOP. I was on almost every day in the late 1970s with my job as Public Information Officer. And several of the reporters in Washington, Mike Buchanan and John Harder, who worked at ABC 7 for many, many years, those are the guys who would hang out with and interview me. And those were the ones who convinced me that, you know what? Maybe you ought to come on our side of the camera. Instead of being the interviewee, be the interviewer, be a police reporter. So I tried that. I went out and I went with them, and when they would do stories, I would do them. I tried everything together, put together tapes, a resume reel we call it, of what I'd look like being a police reporter. Not one TV station up and down the East Coast bought it. But one guy in Richmond, Virginia, liked my tape and my presentation and liked my chutzpah to be able to make this transition from being a cop to being on TV. And he noticed in my resume that weather forecasting was a hobby. And he said, you know what? He said, I don't need a police reporter, but I do need a weekend weather guy. And he said, if you want to come down and audition, I'll give you a chance. Bottom line, I went down and auditioned, got hired on the spot.